afternoon. My name is Vincent Noe, and this is my story slam. So, the operative logic behind my story slam, I titled it Moby, Music, and me. So, it's pretty much like this. So, I chose three songs. And they all have to do with, they all kind of hit the, like the cross mark between what they mean to me and how they relate to my life, and how Moby Dick relates in turn to that concept. So, this will be my experience, and this is the song. And if I do this right, hopefully, they'll all come to a very nice synergy, right in the middle, right, like that. So, the question that we all wanted to know was why read Moby Dick? Why is Moby Dick so important to us? Well, first of all, I would say, even not relating to like the construction industry, that Moby Dick is it's an American classic, and it's something that everybody should read at least once in their life. Now, it's a very dense story, and it's tough to get through, but if you can get through it, you can say that you have conquered one of the weightier books in the history of American writing, by Herman Melville. And so, along with that question, the main character, Ishmael, is like me. How does Ishmael, in his decision to join, to join the Pequod, to join the crew of the Pequod, and to go on this life, this journey, relate to me? Well, in the beginning of the book, he was asking himself this question about how could he avoid this insanity, this tension in himself of the everyday life of the people that he just saw all around, like so mundane, at the same time so drawn to the water. He keeps saying that these ordinary people were drawn to the water, and they didn't even know why. So, and he knows why he was drawn to the water. He wanted a life of excitement. He wanted a harder life, but he realized that if he could survive this hard life, and if he could deal with the hard times, that underneath that all, that there were moments of clarity and moments of self-realization and beauty that came along with that lifestyle. So, the first song that I want to, and the first story that I want to tell you is this one time. I was up at, I think it was on like 54th Street or something like that. It was Midtown, and I was working. It was like a high-rise office building, but it was for a financial group, and Green Day came on the radio, and I had been having a lot of doubts at that time if I really wanted to continue this. I'm like, I'm building all these buildings and these office spaces for these rich people, and I'm pretty much getting pennies on the dollar for it. It doesn't really make sense to me. Why do I want to continue this? And go and get up early, not have a social life too much. Why do I want to endure this? And then Green Day came on the radio. It was coffee time, and I was looking over the whole city at the top floor, and I remember this. The coffee was pretty good too. But so that music came on the radio, and that was like one of the quintessential like moments of my youth. That really gave me like joy for some reason. Like the little like moments that like really just make you happy inside. So I had this great view of the city, this $1 million view of the city, and I was listening like to this punk song like that I used to listen to like my friends in the garage like when I was about 15. But it kind of like it made me realize that like nobody really had listened to this song like this, like me. I had this $1 million view, and I'm listening to like one of my favorite like songs, but it was in such a context that nobody would have ever really experienced this. Very few people experienced that song at that moment, as I did. So I'm gonna play that song for you. Green Day, Basket Case. That was a little sketchy, but I promise better on the next one. Hold on, wait. Oh. So, the second song relates to the theme of the story. The theme of the story is Ahab relentlessly clutching onto the obsession of his revenge on the white whale. And it reminds me of a time when I used to mess up on the coffee order every single day. Every single day. I could not get it right for the life of me. And it used to really stress me out. And I used to stress about it the whole day because the guys would get on me. And I used to be making more mistakes, like stressing out, just with all this stress, trying to get things right, making it an obsession. And I realized that, sometimes you just gotta slow down. You just gotta slow down and realize, think about what you're doing. So that really helped me a lot. That concept, and it hit me one day as a song. I heard it on the radio too, and maybe Ahab should have taken this advice. Hold On Loosely by 38 Special. Now, I've been walking around, and in the world, I see all these references now to Moby Dick that I'd never seen before. I saw an ad on the train, and it had a man reading Moby Dick. I've seen commercials with it. I saw a banner ad when I was just looking on Amazon for books or whatever. And my hometown of Staten Island, there's a whole section, the whole area near the ferry is named St. George. We have the first settlers on Staten Island were Dutch, probably were Dutch whalers, and they settled in and around that area in the 1800s, maybe around the time that Melville wrote this book, maybe a little earlier than that. But I saw in the book that St. George is actually the patron saint of the whalers. there's a story about an epic battle with a whale, much like they had with Moby Dick on the Pequod, and I just see it all. I just see it all around. But I think that one of my favorite and one of the probably lasting references to Moby Dick in pop culture or popular rock music will always be Led Zeppelin's Moby Dick. And I'm gonna play that for you right now. Oh, by the way, John Bonham used to go on a 20-minute drum solo. This is actually one of the, I'm not gonna play it that long, but he used to go on a 20-minute drum solo on this song, and the rest of the band actually would have a whiskey break or a cigarette break in the back, and would come out and play the rest of their set. So it really is one of the epic, as the story is epic, moments and artifacts of rock and roll. Hold on. Drawing a mental blank.
Okay, I'm going to tell them next door now they don't need to worry about any more.
Done?